a little past 6, a lot later than I would normally wake up, and a lot later than I would normally be working out, because this is normally work time, but it's my week off. So it's time to do something different, I decided, because normally every time I take a week off. Hi, Pixie. Oh, want to show our butts? Do you want to show our butts? Anyways, normally whenever I take a week off from work, I always think, oh, I wanted to do this, and that, and I almost never end up doing it. And I end up thinking, well, why? I wasted all that time, and always sort of fantasize about what things will be like. Oh my God, Pixie! And Pixie's being adorable.
Are we just being so cute? She's like, hi. We got big schleppers.
And this is Loki. Wow, you're very bright right now, baby. Alright, so this is a little bit different than I've ever done. For my videos, I have a lapel mic, and I'll just be talking into it while I do my workout, which I'm already very, very late at doing. First workout of the year. That's probably not the safest way of doing it, but I'm used to it, and don't try it at home if you haven't done it. What I have right now on the bar is 125 pounds is when I can remove it. Anyways, but the plan today in this dark morning, very late start, is to do a 5-5-5, which is normally what my lower body split looks like. This is going to be 5 sets of hip thrusts and varying weight, about 20 to 30 reps, because I usually go for like a lower warm-up weight and a little bit higher, and then just higher weights. I tend to feel it more in my glutes that way. And then after that, I'll be going into squats, again at a lighter than normal weight. 5 sets in the 15 to 20 rep range, and the final one should be 5 sets of really lightweight deficit deadlifts as well. And I'll just get started. This is going to be a very distracting thing for me, because I'm not used to talking while working out, normally very much in my own headspace. But I won't know what to try unless I try it out. What the fuck is that? Won't know how I do unless I try it. That's what I meant. Anyways, the start is always hip thrust workout for me, because I'm good at it. Just it's the one I'm pretty sure about myself in. So we'll just start at 125. All of this is just apartment gym workout equipment. I have a weight rack with barbell. I have a bench. Obviously, I have a barbell, and I have weights to put on the barbell. In terms of weights, mostly all my plates are 10 pounds, I think. And this big one on the outside is the only one that's 25s. So it's 2 10s, 125 on each side, and then a 35-pound barbell. Okay, hip thrusts. Damn, what time is it anyway? Me trying to come out of my shower. All right. I said I would start at 6. I'm already like 25 minutes late to this because of all the camera setup and then just all my other nervousness. So essentially what I'm doing right now is everything I think in my head, I'm saying it out loud. And then I'm thinking about just doing a very loosely edited video with it. It takes some getting used to. That's how things work. I wasn't used to many things before I started doing them. thrust. And then just try to bring my legs as close as I can at a position I know I'm comfortable at. Flare them out a little bit. And then it's up. And this is 125, and we're going to do like 30 reps. All right. Making weird sounds. One more. Just do an extra hold in the end, just to really feel it in my glutes. That was one set. 628. Let's do like a 2-minute rest. 629 now. Hey, okay, 630. That one always feels a little bit harder, even if it's at a lighter weight. So I always prefer to do sort of higher reps at a weight I'm overly comfortable at, just so that I can get a feel for it. And now set 2, again 125. 1 more. That's why these are lighter. Holy shit. $632. I think those are good to sort of warm up / working sets. So I'm going to now up the weight by 20 pounds to 145. So this is one 10-pound plate here and the other side. I think for this one, I'm just more going to have to feel out my rest time based off of when I'm not feeling like I'm catching my breath anymore. Normally what I would have done if I had any access to my phone, which is currently what the audio is being recorded on, I would have the seconds app and I would put in a timer for 2.5 minutes, especially if I was like out of breath like this. So all I have to go off of is that Pomodoro clock. But yeah, in terms of setup, I know a lot of people don't get started on working out because, like, oh, I need to go to a gym and get a membership and wait for people to stop using the machine so I can then go use it. Not that's the case, but one, I don't want to go outside and use equipment used by other people. I'm revolted by the idea of public restrooms, so you can only imagine what I feel about public gyms. That's why all I need is right here. Okay, that's a lot of talky. This is set 3. Since it's 1:45, I'll try to go maybe 20 and see how I'm doing at 20. So let's feel it out. One more. Oh. Ah. Another rest. What I'm doing right now, here I'll just show you. Put my phone to some use. When I do this, oh damn. What I'm doing here is mostly trying to make sure, like, for some reason I haven't shifted the bar over to one side, because I tend to do that sometimes, especially if I'm getting a little too tired on mostly my left side. I would like end up seeing that this right side is way over. Happens a lot less recently, but have been there. But yeah, as I was saying about gym equipment and just feeling lazy to go out and work out somewhere, I think that's the biggest barrier to why a lot of people shy away from working out, and the best solution I can give to that is just get stuff at home for yourself. When we first got the barbell, we did not have all these weights. Like, I did not start at 125, 145. I started with just this. Not even this, actually. I have the other one right here. I started with this 15-pounder. This was my first bar. Now it's been retired. Now I use it for upright rows. You start with just a bar and then just get like maybe 20 pounds, like 10 pounds, 20 on each side. That's your startup weight. And then as you get stronger, you just go buy more weight, but you don't just like have a shit ton of weight stacked up there staring you when you're not using them. So all of these weights that I currently have been earned. And even then, I shy away from like anything over 165. I'm trying to think, did I do 1, 2, 3? This is the 4th one, I think. So. So, how I know it's a stopping point is when I need to catch my breath. Is when my quads start taking over. And that's how I know it's no. No. That's when the rest of the muscles are coming into, I'd like to think, save me. But I'm no idiot. We said 23. You went to 24. That's how I know it's a good, close to failure point. So what we've done so far is 2 sets of 30 with 125. 2 sets, 23, 24 with 145. And these are still weights that I'm comfortable with. I just figured since I'm trying out all this new camera stuff and audio stuff, that it's better I don't just reach too far and be at something that I'm comfortable, yet I can make it challenging by just upping the reps. That's currently what I'm doing, and it's working. And hopefully that shows anyone out there that you don't necessarily need to be working with really heavy weights to just get a good workout in. And we're not even close to finishing the workout. Mirror right here, which I waste a lot of time on. So look at the glutes. Glutes. Now that would be a lot more impactful. The camera was here. I don't have my camera man. I don't have a cameraman. What do you mean, the cameraman? I have a camera and I pretend to know how to record videos. Okay. We'll give it one more minute because I want this last set to be really good. See if we can take it to 20. Not saying it. Yeah, working out is a lot of good time for introspection. I think this is a good time where, in some way, you think there's a certain limitation within you and you try to just demolish it. And that's why I love working out first thing in the morning, because it's just helps you start out the day knowing that you accomplished something, whether it was one more rep, whether it was a heavier weight. You know you started off your day on a win. And I think we all need that these days. So that was the 5th set of my hip thrust. My butt is very sore. I almost wanted to do 2 more, but then the camera shut off and I was like, okay, that's a sign. Let it be. You know when your ego starts going a little like, maybe. And that's normally when injuries happen, for me at the very least. So I have learned to try to pick up on things when it's not necessarily in my best interest to do that extra rep when I'm that fatigued. Alright, what am I doing now is moving my weight rack so I can now do my squats. And how I'm doing that is by one, moving the bench all the way to the other end, and again doing something not necessarily the wisest thing to do, but I've had no issues doing it. However, I would not tell anyone to do it. For me to just do this, hopefully I don't make a fool out of myself. Okay, what a long way we've come. There have been instances, I don't even think I've saved those videos, where I have literally had to like do this to the bar. And now I'm strong enough to actually feel comfortable in my ability to do that. However, if you're watching this, the total of 2 people who end up watching this, don't do it. Alright. Or at least don't do it unless you've worked your way up to a 75-pound bar. I think the camera will just stay over there. I don't know what you'll have to possibly see from behind me. It's all here. I don't wear a specific kind of shorts that ooms my buns, so sorry to disappoint. I own a total of 6 workout outfits, and I haven't bought new workout outfit for over 3 years. This is kind of like how I keep track of the days I've worked out, is by laundry time of all 6 workout clothes. That's good enough for me. Alright, so we're at 7 a.m. There you go. 6:59.
That show?
Yeah. Anyways, now it's the next 5 sets of squats. The way I normally start my squats out is I've started out no weights just so that I can feel out my position first and my technique first, because I've had instances where my technique hasn't been well in a squat at least. So I'm just going to slowly feel it out, come back up, and do this for 12 to 15 reps, just to feel it out. Where I've picked up things like this, it's not by myself. I've had to go through a lot of YouTube advice. And I think recently, the advice that has worked the best for me in terms of seeing results has been from Dr. Mike Israetel from the Renaissance periodization. And it's ever since I've been just looking at his videos and trying to incorporate those as my workouts, or into my workouts. I don't even know what rep I'm at. I'll just go. And the reason why I felt the need to slow down in my squat is because initially my technique was garbage. I was one of those people who thought that squat was just going down like that, which it is, but what I ended up doing, I ended up hurting myself. This is all dark. This looks like a dark blob talking, but get used to it. What I ended up doing previously was I would just let my knees go out, and because I did not take good care of my technique from the get-go, I would end up injuring my knees. So I went up really quickly in weight, then I hit like 150, and that's when I could not do squats anymore. And then I had to really lower it all the way down to just the bar. And by watching a lot of videos, I ended up finding out that this is what I was doing. And what it's actually, it's like I had to, for myself, like push my hips back first. And since then, knee pain, no more. There are still times where my knees start hurting, and then I know what to correct. All right, it is 7:03. All right. So after doing those, after talking a lot, that's probably a way longer rest than normal I would have for squats. But again, these are supposed to be 20 reps. Right now, it's my lowest weight, that lowest comfortable weight, and that's 75 pounds. I like slowing down because that's the only way I found. Camera's over there now. That's the only way I found where I don't slack on my technique. All right. There was a time where I was very, very in my own head about lifting the heaviest I could. That's also when I injured myself, and I now prefer just being at a weight where I can challenge myself by maybe just doing more reps at a reasonable weight instead of just always trying to hit sort of PRs. And that's a big ego thing I had to let go of, but because all the time, I'm working out alone at an hour where no one is awake, my safety is kind of really my own responsibility. And that's where I have to keep myself in check, because I don't have some sort of like a training partner or a trainer who would tell me to hey, fix that or something. So I have to sort of figure those things out for myself and listen to my body and behave accordingly. That's enough rest. We'll go down to 22, 23 reps. And see, it's just, I think it's easier to get 1 or 2 more reps out when you're at a weight that you know you won't be injuring yourself. This is where I think my technique is okay. I'm sure I could use some tweaks. But this is the best I can do with what I've got. Has my head just been cut off? Whatever. That should also give you an insight into how blind I am. Anyways, we'll now go to 95 pounds. That was 20. Okay. Water. Also, I think always a good idea to see when that you can get more reps out when you're still a bit strong into your workout. By strong, I mean not as fatigued. Even though I was pretty fatigued, I still, because this was my first set of the 95 pounds, I thought I could get a couple more reps in. That's why I try to low bar myself in my own head so that when you get over that number, you feel a little bit better about yourself. A little bit. By 1 rep. But yeah, my glutes are pretty roasted, so quads are definitely doing most of the work. I can still feel a little bit of hip, knees. Let's do that again. Knees, hip. Not too much. I think a little bit is normal at this point for me because of probably the damage I've done to it. when I was training wrong. So what I end up doing in instances like that is I would just take a little bit longer rest. Other thing I try to do is just again try to feel out my technique by just being like, oh, this is what you're supposed to be feeling. Hi, Mimi. This is the closest I can get to a training partner. Come here. Come here, Baba. Oh, where are we going? Oh, no. Come here. Okay, we'll just do squats with the moosh cat weight. There we go. Oh, there we go. Mimi's like, what's going on, Mama? Maybe you weigh like what? 14 pounds? Yeah, this is a good training partner. Here. All right. All right. Pretty close to failure right there. Quads feel pretty roasted. And we're at 726. No, I said 555. So I have still one more set. I'm just trying to think. This is how I think. And I have music in my ear and a microphone on my sports bra. So I'm trying to think if I should just go to a lower weight in my last set of squats or just suck it up and do 15. We'll actually shoot for 15 this time with, because I said 555, so gotta hold myself up to what I said, even though I started pretty late today because of all the setup I had to do. So, all right, no pussyfooting. Whew. We got it. We got 15 more reps in us, right? Right. This is me talking to myself. All right, we'll do 15 more. shit. Alright, that felt good. Oh shit. Water. And this is what I mean by, it's these little moments. Whether that's one more set, whether that's a set you didn't think you had it in you, yet you did it, and here you are. Holy shit. Good job. Personal victories. That's what's important. Okay, so that's 5-5 on both my hip thrusts and squats. So I can rest easy and sore knowing that. What I've done again is remove the 20s, 10s on each side. I'm just going to do some deficit deadlifts. Deficit deadlifts, again, not something I came up with. I'm not that smart. I just steal from really smart people on YouTube. Alright. So, for the deficit deadlifts, I'm gonna make it till 7:45. See if we can get it in 12 minutes. Cut at 7:33 right now. Okay. So these are the 25-pound weights. That I will stand on. Like what? 1.5 inches, I think. They're one of those treacherous ones because they've got holes in them. So you sort of have to finagle around and just find a spot where you're not hitting a hole. Not a hole, but hole in the... I don't think I'm making sense right now, and I'd be surprised if anyone is still watching. Or if anyone had started to watch in the first place. Alright. Deficit deadlift. I think 20? It's the goal. So 5 sets of 20. This is a very lightweight. I know I am exhausted, but I think I should be able to do it. A cue that I got from, not me personally, but what I picked up from Renaissance periodization, Mike Israetel and Jared Feather, was to act like your butthole was going towards the ceiling or something, which is a good cue because it may help you keep your back a bit straight, not rounded. So that's normally the cue I try to dial myself into while making sure my back is straight. And I'm doing this right. Time. 7:35. All right. 20. Close. Alright. That was one set. I'll be reducing the rest time a bit more because it's a lighter weight. So it won't be more than 1 minute and a half at most. Not that I can tell a minute and a half here. More. Why the fuck is the heater blowing on me? Yikes. Come on. And the other really cool thing about watching Dr. Mike's videos is that you start hearing in your own head, one more. Like he's like, and that's what you need sometimes. You don't really need the actual person here. That would be helpful. He could tell me how shit my technique is on some of it, but I can't have that yet. So I'll make do with what I got. Ugh. Did I just fucking swallow a hair of my own? Yeesh. Right. 20 more. Go away. Kind of rolled 1.5 sets into one set. So all I should have left after this one is just like 10 very limited rest. What time is it? Damn. Anyways, that's the workout for the day. Shower time. But before that, who's going to take care of all of this mess? Proper home gym etiquette is to put shit away, which I do for the most part. Just re-rack it to 125 because Charlie also works out and his starting weight is 145. But we don't really use just the 25s for anything. So I just put the weights away. Ay, ay, ay. Almost 8 a.m., so about an hour and a half workout like I expected it to take. Shower. Okay, that's enough. See you in a bit.